Okay. Alright, we are live, man. Alright. So, happy Passover to everybody that's keeping it tonight. Um, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where what time you're watching this video. Thank you again for tuning in. And right here, man, we gathered together. Let me see if I can just pan around the camera a little bit. We gathered together, man, a holy convocation, as a nation of Israel, man. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're here to keep the Passover, as we was instructed to keep the Passover. It was given to our forefathers for us to keep throughout all of our generations, and we're here to teach our people, man, of how to keep the Passover, right? Instead of Easter, we're not keeping, right? No Thanksgiving. We're not keeping any pagan holidays, strictly biblical, man. And it's every biblical holiday, especially the Passover, has a very, very important message, right? So brother Yasharon here, will study the truth, and we got a congregation, elders, kids here, man, and we ready to learn and praise the Most High, man. He brought us all here together on this beautiful day, this beautiful evening, to keep the Passover together and remember why we even keep the Passover, right? So the question is, right, what does the Passover mean to you, right? And what does it signify? What's the importance of the Passover? Why are we here? Why don't we celebrate Easter instead, right? Because the Passover has importance to it for our forefathers and our kids, right? Through our generations. Let me get the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 8. So we're gonna break it down, man. Like I said, my channel is to go brick by brick and build up the foundation of Israel, man. Some people be in need of milk, as we read in the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 12, right? People need of milk, right? Our people are in the valley of dry bones, right? They don't know why we keep the Passover, right? So we do, and us as a nation of the Most High, He gives us that knowledge to understand of why we do things, right? We have to teach our nation the same thing, right? We know 2/3 is gonna go, right? But this is our job of watchmen of the nation of Israel to spread the word of the Yahweh Bashim Hashai, right? Okay, y'all pay attention. With that, let's get the book of Exodus chapter 1 and verse 8. Give me 1 second.
So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse number 8. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Right. So this is a new king in the land of Egypt, right? He looks at the children of Israel, and he goes, these people are stronger, right? What he say? He said these people are more and mightier than we, right? They fear that. They said, who are these people? Why are they multiplying more than us? Right? Who are these? Why are these people so dang strong and fruitful and multiplying, man? Right? This new king arose. Read on.
Verse number 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
So this is this king of Egypt at the time, right? Plotting against you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, your forefathers, right? Plotting to get you out of that land out of pure jealousy. These people are stronger. They're mightier than us. They're more than them. Even though we was in a land living peacefully with them, guess what they viewed you as? You so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child. They viewed you as their enemy. You didn't have to show that you were their enemy. You didn't have to gather up arms, right? They seen you guys there, right? They seen our forefathers there in Egypt, and they said, let's oppress this people, man, right? Keep on reading.
Verse number 11. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens.
To do what?
To afflict them with their burdens.
To afflict you with your burdens. They said, let's appoint over these people masters, right? Let's appoint over these people to tell them what to do, right? Read on. There's more to it.
And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
What goes on?
The more they multiplied and grew.
The more they multiplied and grew. Ain't you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men in the hoods? Aren't you in the ghettos, right? The low-income places? But look at you, family of 6, family of 7, nice little family of 4, right? 4 kids, mom and dad in the household, right? Lord willing, right? We're fruitful and we multiply in the land of our captivity, no matter where we go, right? So they appointed over you taskmasters, right? Like your boss at your job, right? To be on you, make sure you on your job, right? But this ain't no regular job. This is slavery, man. We're gonna read that. Read on.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Read that again.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
To serve with rigor, right? Serve with rigor, right? We don't want you to have a good time. We don't want you out here. You don't get no 30-minute break, right? This is slavery now, man. All of a sudden, imagine that. All of a sudden, you wake up the next day, right? We got a new president tomorrow. All of a sudden, you wake up and they gathering y'all together to serve and with rigor, hard labor. What the heck is this, man? Right? But it's a reason to every single thing, right? And the Most High will hear you out. Let's just go. You could keep on reading.
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
Hard bondage.
In mortar, and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field.
If this is not talking about you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, don't this sound like your captivity that you learned in school about the conquistadors, right? About Christopher Columbus, right? Rape, rob, and murder. Ain't this the same thing? Didn't you have to build America or wherever Israel was scattered across the 4 corners? Didn't you have to build that place up with brick and mortar? Right? Wasn't the White House built it up by so-called the Black, Hispanic, and Native American man? Right? You nation of Israel. Right? Read on.
Says, and in all manner of service in the field, and all service, and all their service within they were made to serve was with rigor.
Was with rigor. No matter what you do was with rigor. Ain't that don't that sound like modern day America? Right? You may say, oh well, I kind of got the freedom to pick my job. Right? I got the freedom to do A, B, and C. But you do that with rigor, man. Right? I know my job is hard. Serve with rigor. Right? Don't matter my title. Your title is gonna be hard, man. You're gonna have it hard. Right? There's no escaping these accounts. Right? Read on whenever you get the chance.
Verse number 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Siphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. If it be a daughter, then she shall live.
Right. So if one of the brothers could find me an account where what do you call him? Call him a fox. His name is on the tip of my tongue. Who knows the brother name? The Christ called him a fox. He wanted
called the Edomite.
Yeah, he was ruler over each Israel at the time, right? I think it started with an N. I may be wrong, but we gonna get that precept, right? What did he try to do, right? Because we gonna get into this. Yeah. Nicanor, right? No, it's not Nicanor. It's let me see. We're gonna find it, right? But the what did he try to do when he heard Christ was born? He said, kill all the sons. Right? And we gonna get that account, but this is why this is so important. Right? Herod, there we go. I said N for some reason. I was thinking, I guess Nicanor was up there, but Herod, yeah. Right? So we gonna get that account with Herod as well, man. But like I said, right, you had the king of Egypt at the time wanting to kill all the firstborns of the Israelites, man. If you kill all the male off, how's your offspring gonna expand? How? Your seed line is dead, right? And we know in the book of Numbers 1:18, you declare your seed line you declare your pedigree through the seed line of your father, right?
All right, go ahead. No.
Mm-hmm. We got the. Oh, okay, come on. You can keep on reading.
All right. It says, but the midwives, verse number 17,
Mm-hmm.
but the midwives feared Yahweh and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the man children alive.
Mm-hmm.
And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing and have saved the men children alive?
Mm-hmm.
And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women,
Mm-hmm.
for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore, Yahweh dealt with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty.
Very mighty. You see what happens when you don't go against the grain? The grain is the most high, right? So this is what happens when you don't go against the grain, right? The most high, he blesses you, right? So when Satan come to you, right, your boss come to you, right? Whoever's over you come over you and say, I want you to do this. You're like, damn, you feel like you're in a tough predicament. What am I gonna do? Brother, sister, the answer's simple, right? We gonna fear. Let me get the book of Acts chapter 5 and 29 real quick, right? Whoever get it, no rush.
The book of Acts.
The book of Acts chapter 5 and 29, right? Classic precept, right? Because if you got a heathen, right? A heathen is somebody of the other nations. If you got them trying to point over you things to do, and you know it's against the Most High, simple, man. Follow what the Most High will tell you. Don't do nothing what the Most High not gonna tell you to do. Somebody find me the precept. What's it called? It's an apocrypha for sure. It's the Most High gave no man permission to sin. I need that precept for sure. Oh, who got the book of Acts 5 and 29?
Oh my God.
Bring it out, Elder.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
Uh-huh.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
We ought to obey Yahweh rather than men.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? So when they went, if you men, right? If you men cannot be as strong as your foremothers in the book of Exodus, you are not meant for this walk, man. Right? And when I make these videos, like I said, I partially talk to myself too. Because I know, and I know brothers know within themselves, they can do better within themselves, right? How many times have we have failed to a sin where we said, I'm sick of this? Why do I keep doing this? I know I have. I could be the first one to admit that. I have no problem admitting my faults. Of course. You know what I'm saying? I know when sun come up tomorrow, I'm gonna fight the same temptation I had today. Right? But that's with everybody. And that's why we're here for the Passover, learning why it's important to keep the Passover, man. Right? It's important to serve Yahweh with all your mind, soul, body, and spirit. Right? Because it's the reason why we keep falling into these captivities is for not obeying the Most High. And we're gonna read these accounts, man. Right? We're gonna get into it. Right? What verse were you on? I think you were on you can read in 19 again. Exodus 1 and 19 again. About Yeshua.
All right. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
And it says, and the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian
That
women.
right there, you Hebrew women, you Black, Hispanic, and Native American women, you're not as the Egyptian woman. Didn't Christ say, paraphrasing, he said, I suffer not an Egyptian to move his tongue, or a dog to move his tongue, right? Roughly paraphrasing that precept. These other nations are not like you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, right? Let me get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, right? We're not like these nations. Stop fitting into these nations. Your foremothers are stronger than a lot of us men now, man. Right? She said, because you Egyptian women are not like us Israelite women. How much he said with little bald head with a side ponytail, he gonna look at her dead in her eye while she say that. How you think he felt, man? But she stayed 10 toes down. And what the Most High do? He blessed him and multiplied the nation of Israel. Right? Allah, y'all. Right? You had a precept?
I got your precept.
Okay, Khan, yeah, you can bring it out.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse number 6.
Just a little louder up.
Khan, for thou art an holy people
Uh-huh.
unto the Lord thy God. the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,
Mm.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Read that last part again.
And the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy. But here we are in the book of Exodus. Our foremothers knew that. Best believe our forefathers knew that too. But to have strong women, guess what you gotta have? Strong men. Who do you think these women are getting their strength from? Not the Egyptian man, right? They're not getting their right? They're not getting their strength from any man of another nation, right? Because that's what our people do, man. We don't want our own people. We want to go and dibble into the other nations to see what they got for us, man. Instead of serving our God, right? Putting our God first before anything, right? Our people don't do that. Read on.
And it says, sorry, sorry, and it says, for they are lively and are delivered are to the midwives come into them.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore Yahweh dealt with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared Yahweh, that he made them houses.
Mm-hmm.
And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive.
Ye shall save alive. Why? Because he said that's what Pharaoh. This is Pharaoh's mindset, right? And so like yeah, this is Pharaoh's mindset, right? He said, "Who the hell are these people more and mightier than me and my people?" Right? Why is it that these other nations could put their people first, but when you put your people first, you're some kind of racist and nobody likes you. You're some kind of racist bigot or something, right? But these Pharaoh oppressed your forefathers so his people could grow mightier, right? Just like in the book of Psalms, he said these nations come together, they consult together, right? To cut off the name of Israel. So it could be no more remembrance. Right? It's the same thing. Pharaoh was gonna do the same thing. Kill your sons, take your women, and multiply his nation. It's crazy. Right? Somebody give me the let me
I got the account in Matthew.
oh okay, yeah, come on, bring that out. Bring that out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 2, and verse number 15.
Bring it out.
And it says, and was and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt I have called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem.
So he said, I'm gonna take it a step up. He said, oh, okay, you think you slick, right? Who do you, right? What he said? He said, right? He said he mocked. He thought he mocked. Right? Hold on. Out of Egypt have I called my son, right? Herod heard that. He said, okay, I got something for you. He said, not just the first, right? Because Egypt was gonna do. Pharaoh was gonna do what? Kill all the what?
Firstborn.
The firstborn, right? Herod said, I'm gonna step it up since you want to make a joke. I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm gonna kill all the kids. Don't matter if they male or female. I'm killing them, and that's what he did, man. Right? It said he slew. It said he slew all the children that were in Bethlehem. Right? Read on.
And in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had been diligently inquired of the wise men.
Right? So he knew Yahweh Shai was about to step on the scene. He said, this is the man that's prophesied to save this nation. I gotta try and kill this dude. He said, I'm gonna kill all the babies. He had to be at least this age. No older than this. If it's any baby that old, kill him. No mercy. Right? They didn't care. Right? Let me see. Let's go back to the book of Exodus. Right? Let's read chapter 2. Just the first 3 verses, and we'll yeah, just the first 3 verses real quick.
All right.
We go.
Says, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, and verse number 1.
That's right.
And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took a wife, a daughter of Levi.
Mm-hmm.
to Salaki, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not and when she could not longer hide him, she took him an ark of bulrushes and doubled it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink.
Right. So this is Moses. We're gonna come to find out this is Moses. Right. She saved this child, made something to put him in, so he saved and laid him in the river, man. Right, because she know Pharaoh was coming after the men. Right. Read verse 10.
Verse number 10. And the child grew and brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, because I drew him out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens. And he spied on the Egyptian, smiting in Hebrew.
Who did he smite?
And he spied on an Egyptian, smiting a Hebrew.
Smiting in Hebrew. Not no Negro, not a Mexican, Dominican, not just some black man. Smiting a Hebrew. Right? Read on.
One of his brethren.
His brethren. Paul says that. Doesn't Paul call his nation brethren? Right? We brothers, man. We a nation. Can we love ourselves? When Jake go in to do folly and he gangbang, then he say these my brothers, man. I die for my brothers. I do time for my brothers. There's people, right, that don't snitch on a homeboy that gangbang, right, and is doing life in prison right now, maximum security prison. Why? Because he love his bro, and he gonna die for his block. Well, guess what? I love my brothers here, man. And I die for Yahushua, and I die for any one of these brothers. Didn't Yahushua say that? He said, there's no greater love than this, than a man laid down his life for his brethren.
Right.
Why can't we do that in righteousness? Right? You see brothers want to be Muslim, they don't do that, and they don't do that. They don't scream Allah Akbar and die in righteousness for their people. They still hit the block with the kufi on. They still spin. I see it on live on Facebook in New York. You know, this talking about the New York drill. They go in prison, become Muslim, come out and still do the same old thing. I've never seen a brother in the truth spin a damn block in his fringes, man. Right? And rap with his fringes on, talking about how he gonna kill his people when he see him. I don't see that. It's the light, man. Right? What verse did you it was 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's finish 11.
Okay, gone. 12.
In verse number 12, and he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand.
Man, all praises to Moses, man. Right? He looked back and forth like this, watched over his shoulder, said, yo, my thing, get killed him. Laid him in the sand. That's Jake, man. Jake about to off this dude. Right? He off the op. This time, it was righteousness though. Moses is a perfect example of righteousness, right? Right? He said, he looked around, killed his people. But we gonna read on, we gonna keep on reading.
And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Right? So the 2 Hebrews come together. Right? You know Jake, man. Here we are. Right? And when I say Jake, for like, you know, the newcomers that's gonna be watching this video, it's short for Jacob, meaning you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, right? Just Israel. Right? So you hear this 2 Jake come together. Ah, man, here come this dude. What, you gonna kill us too? What happened to your friend? Right? Gotta be the smart out. Hey, man, I just saved him. That's my love for y'all. You gonna come and try and mock me? Come on, man. You know, because that's what they did. They came, you know, hey, what happened to your buddy? That's what they did, right? Let me see. Read verse. You could read verse 14.
Verse number 14. And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me as thou killest the Egyptian? And Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. And
right. So that's it on that. Let me you can jump down to verse 23 real quick.
All right.
Right.
Number 23.
So like I'm gonna just expound on this, right? He said, who make thee a prince over and a judge over us, right? So even though Pharaoh's ruling over him, right, ruling over Israel, and they serve him with rigor, maybe they're a little bit curious about Moses, like maybe this dude being raised up as an Egyptian, he got the special privileges and stuff like that. He's even married to Pharaoh's daughter, yeah. That's in verse what was it, verse 10, right here, chapter 2 and verse 10. Right, or wait, brought him into Pharaoh's daughter. Oh no, so he was raised by Egyptian woman. That's what it was, Salakia. Right? Salakia needs forgive me for those new people that's on a video on a channel, right? Right? So he was raised up as an Egyptian, right? So they like, man, yeah, he killed them, right? But what you gonna do? You gonna kill us too? Right? Yeah, like how some kids is kind of like they black and white, but they don't really fit in with the black kids. They too black for the white kid. It's like Israel. They kind of taking caution to the dude, mock them a little bit. So Moses like, damn, if the word is out that I killed this dude, I gotta skedaddle, right? Read verse 23 for me, all the way to 25 for me, brother man.
Verse 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. And Yahweh heard their groaning, and Yahweh remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And Yahweh looked upon the children of Israel, and Yahweh had respect unto them.
And have respect unto them. Who does the Most High respect, man? Nobody, right? But the Most High looked unto to you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. It's like you Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, and he had respect unto you, right? Give me the book of Romans chapter 2 and verse 11. Romans chapter 2 and verse 11. Okay, Colin, bring it out for me.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 11. For there is no respect of person with Yahweh.
Read that again.
This is Romans 2 and 11. For there is no respect of person with Yahweh.
There is no respect of persons with the Most High, right? The Most High just don't go along and, oh, this man's the president of the United States. I gotta respect that man. He got the title, right? That's what the brother said. I got the rank, man. I got the clout, right? I got clout, man. The Most High don't respect nobody. Nobody clout, man. Nobody got more clout than Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? So the Most High, he looked unto you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child. He had respect unto you, man. That's love, right? Let me see. I'm gonna try and grab this precept real quick.
I got a precept too.
Okay, Con, you can bring it out there.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 135, and verse number 6. 135 and verse number 6. Whatsoever Yahweh pleases, that he did, he in heaven and in earth and in the seas and all the deep places.
I like that. So the
whatsoever basically is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You can read it again, Elder.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 135 and verse 6. Whatsoever the Yahweh pleases, that he did in heaven and in earth and in the seas and all the deep places. So Yahweh does whatever he pleases.
That's right. Right.
So it's just going into your point is there's no respect of person.
Yeah, that's right.
Yahweh will do what he wants to do.
And that's right. And that's also going to lead into a precept that we got lined up for the lesson. But the Most High, he do what he want to do, right? The Most High, he's not going to do something and regret it, right? We're going to read that in the book of Romans, right? We're going to expound on that. So that was a beautiful precept. Anybody got a highlighter on them? If not, it's okay. I'll highlight it later. I got it in my bag.
Any color?
My rib might have one. I kind of like yellow in mine.
There you go.
I'll pray. Yeah, that was a mighty precept right there.
I wanted 115 and 3.
You want to bring that up?
It's the same thing, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, you bring
this is the book of Psalms, chapter 115 and verse number 3. But Yahweh is the Salaki, but Yahweh is in heaven. He has done whatsoever he has pleased.
There you go. That's an even more straightforward precept than the other one that the elder brought out. The Most High, he do whatever the hell he want to do. Who are you? And we gonna read this, man. I don't want to get it too early. Who are you to come up and buck up against Yahweh Bashim Al Shai? That ain't fair. Man, the Most High take you up out of here, man, so damn quick. You know how your parents tell you don't touch something in the store, right? Y'all had that talk. Don't. Before we go in there, I'm telling you right now, don't you touch nothing in the store. As soon as you reach for something, your parents snatch you up. Most High snatches, blow your candlestick right up out of here, man. Try to start bucking up against the Most High. Who are you, right? Let's read. Let's go back to the book of Exodus, right? And let me see what chapter I wanted. Let me get verse. We read 10 through 14, right? Let me see. Let me just look through it real quick. Okay, Khan. Let me get the book of Exodus chapter 3 and start at verse 6 for me, Baba Kashah.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 3, and verse number 6. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, and he was afraid to look upon Yahweh. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrow.
I know their sorrow, right? The Most High, he knows what you're going through, right? If you're on this lesson and you caught a lesson I made before about the Most High and Satan, right? So Satan is not allowed to do anything without the Most High say so. You read that in the book of Job, right? First chapter, right off the bat, you read that, right? So the Most High, he knows everything. He does everything in general, right? And whatever the Most High got set up in heaven, on heaven or earth, the Most High, he not sitting up there regretting it, right? It's a plan. Everything is put into order, man, right? So just to kind of speed everybody up, you know, Moses, he left, he's seen a burning bush, and right now he's talking to he's talking to the Lord. Somebody read the book of Exodus chapter 3 and verse jump down to verse 9.
He left off at 7. You want to go to 8? Or
Yeah, and you go read verse 9, yeah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Verse number 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee upon Pharaoh, unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. And Moses said unto Yahweh, who am I that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?
So he said, who am I? Right? I know one thing. When I came into this walk, right, and when I was getting when I was being filled with this light, this love, this is love. So I'm being filled with this the living water. I got this light. I know what real love is. That's what I asked myself. I remember asking myself that question, sitting in the mirror, right, with the fringes on, brand new fringe, never seen these things in my life. Looking at the fringes on, like, dang, who am I? That I should go and spread this message. That I should go and know who I am. Who the hell am I? Right? Let me get the book of jump down to verse. Let me see. That was 3, 9 through 15. Oh, you can keep on reading. Oh, Shalom. Oh, Shalom. We got more brothers here. Y'all bashing me out. Shalom. Shalom, King. Shalom. Oh, nice to meet you. I ain't do the handshake in a minute. Forgive me. Right. So we got some more people in here, man. Right. I'm live on my little YouTube. Don't mind me. Salaki. Black brothers can make it, man. Shalom, Ronnie. Nice to see you again, man. For real.
It's always a pleasure.
Yahweh Shem Yashab Rakatah. Shalom, man. Oh, praises, man. There's some room over here too. I'll have my brothers can sit on the side over here too. I'm gonna have my ribs in the back of here. So this is gonna be Ish. I don't know. Praises, man. All praise to the Most High. So, right now we in the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 12. Exodus chapter 3 and 12.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Hold on, there's Salaki. I'm gonna just wait till the brothers get there. Okay, come.
This is the book of Exodus, verse 3.
Chapter 3, verse 12.
Yeah, verse 12. And he said, certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve Yahweh upon this mountain.
Serve who?
Yahweh upon this mountain.
Caesar Borgia?
Yahweh upon this mountain.
Right? Not Baal, right? Not your Balenciaga bag, not your weed bag, right? But Yahweh, right? Why? Because he's the one that's saving us out of here, right? Let me get the book of Jeremiah. Let me see which one I want, right? Because guess what, right? Moses is not the only one that felt that way, right? Let me get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 4. Right? Because Moses said, who am I that I should go and wake up these people, right? Save them out of their captivity. Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 4. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
I did what?
I sanctified thee.
Sanctified thee. Right? So before the brothers walked in, I was speaking on, right? Moses said, who am I that I should go and save the children of Israel out of Egypt? Right? And when I came into this walk, I seen those fringes on. I said the same thing. Damn, man, who am I? Right? Who am I that I should know this? That I should know who I am to receive this word? Right? But the Most High, what did the Lord say to Jeremiah? Right? I sanctified you. Before you entered, I formed you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you to go because I made you to do that, right? Don't doubt yourself. I sent you to do that, right? And we know the Most High, he don't make no mistakes, right? So when he up there in heaven, making his spirits and promising spirits to get the kingdom, right? Because what did Christ say, right? Ye have not chosen me, but I chosen you and ordained you, right? That we should bring forth fruit. Same thing with Jeremiah, man. Sanctified him before he put him in the womb to become a prophet. He sanctified him up in the kingdom, man, up in the heavens, right? Same thing with us, man, right? Read on from there, Slaki, from verse 5.
I have sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
A prophet unto the nation. All you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men, you're a prophet unto the nations, just like Moses, right? That's why in the book of Ezekiel it say that we are we are watchmen for the nation of Israel, right? We are watchmen unto the nation of Israel to bring our people out, right? Because if not, that blood is on our hands, right? Slaki, read verse 6 for me.
Verse number 6. Then said I, Yahweh God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yahweh said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Same thing with Moses, man. Same thing. You're constantly seeing these accounts, and just like you're constantly going to see the accounts when you read the scripture of prophets being brought up, Israel's being brought down low. Because why? They didn't want to keep the commandments. Right? It's the same old thing here, right? So in the beginning of the lesson, I asked the question, right? What does the Passover mean to you? Right? We're gonna learn, we're gonna read, and we're gonna find out, man. Right? And I might say salvation. This brother might say something else, right? But we know what the Passover is, and we know what it means, man. Right? To me, I would say the Passover is salvation, man. Right? Because this is our chance to purge out the unleavened. Right? Give me the book of Galatians chapter 5 and verse 9. Because a little bit of leaven is the whole lump. Right? Galatians chapter 5 and verse 9.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 9. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. I have confidence in you through Yahweh that ye will be none otherwise minded. But he that troubles you shall bear his judgment.
That's right.
Whosoever he be.
That's right. Whosoever he be. Right? A little bit of sin offers your whole soul, man. Right? If I may be so caught on I may absolutely let me think of something. I may absolutely love to just get drunk all day, and now I'm just trying to find a camp or something to make me feel good in my sin, right? That's gonna leaven that's gonna throw my whole body. What my spirit's gone now. Why? Because I refuse to come out that sin of being a drunkard. Or whatever sin somebody may be trying, like not really trying to put down, trying to half step this walk, trying to be lukewarm, or I'm gonna just drink when camp over on Saturday. Bro, I got the Henny bottle in the car, boy. I'm only 20 minutes from home. Right? Try to chug down some Henny, couldn't wait to get drunk. You've been thinking about getting drunk before, from Sabbath morning, man. Right? The Passover was today, but you just had to kind of sip your Henny real quick. I can't wait till these brothers leave. You ready to drink, right? That leaven up the whole lump. Christ said that what? If your right arm offend, right, cut it off and toss where your right eye. That's right. Your right eye offend, pluck it out, man. Right? Because it's better to enter the kingdom of heaven maimed, than a whole body to be tossed into eternal fire, right? Roughly paraphrasing, right? So here throughout the scriptures, right, we done quoted, we done went to Jeremiah, right? We done spoke on Yahushua. And here we are reading an account in the book, all the way in the book of Exodus, learning about the Passover and what it really means, right? Let me get the book of, I think we read the book of Exodus real quick, chapter 3. Let me get the book of Exodus chapter 7 and verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 7 and verse 1. And Yahweh said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron, thy brother, shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron, thy brother, shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
What did the Lord say?
I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
He said, I will harden Pharaoh's heart. Didn't we read before the Most High? What's the Most High said he said God does everything in general, roughly paraphrasing, right? He does everything in general. We're gonna read this account too on why the Most High did this chose to do this to Pharaoh, right? Because the Most High, he does everything, right? He makes a choice in the kingdom of heaven, and he makes his plan manifest down here on earth, man. Right? We're gonna read that account. Read on, Elder.
Verse number 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
That's right.
And multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hands upon Egypt and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgment.
By great judgments, man. All praises to the Most High. He said, I'm going to lay my hand on him. I'm going to show him my power. Right? The Most High said, I'm going to flex on him, man. I'm going to save him out. I'm going to flex on him, man. You're going to be a god to this dude. Right? That's a mighty from the Most High. If that's not love, I don't know what is. I do not know what is, man, if that's not love. The Most High, he want to show how strong he is. Let me remind the children of Israel who they serve. Let me show them. Let me show them a little something. You know, you gotta show off your skills, maybe on the court, right? That's the Most High. Yeah, I'm gonna show my little skills. Watch, right? And he had he showed his power through Moses. And every brother sitting around here, the Most High shows his power through you too, man. Every time you're out there reading, I'm a little nervous. You out there reading and it come out mighty, right? It's just everybody together, right? Bring it out, right? Everybody reading together and it sound mighty like an army. Right, we marched out of Egypt, and how did it say? We gonna read it, right? But we marched out as an army out of Egypt, right? Let's we can I think we should just keep on reading because it's gonna get into the of the plagues that Most High starts to give Pharaoh.
Keep on.
Yeah, Khan.
Verse number 5. And Egypt, Slocky, and the Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. And Moses and Aaron did as Yahweh commanded them, so did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 303 years old, Slaki, and 3 years old when they spake unto Pharaoh. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a mercy for you, show a miracle, Slaki, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as Yahweh had commanded. And Aaron casted down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers with the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantments.
Skip down to verse 14.
Verse 14. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refused to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning. Lo, he goes out unto the water, and thou shalt stand by the river brink against him. Salaki, stand by the river brink against he come, and the rod which was turned into a serpent shalt thou take in thy hand, and thou shalt say unto him, Yahweh God of the Hebrews has sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldst not hear. Verse number 17. Thus saith Yahweh, in this thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in my hand upon the waters which are in the rivers, and they shall be turned to blood.
And they should be turned into blood, right? So we're not gonna read every plague that the Most High plagued Pharaoh with, right? We just gonna get like a little. We just gonna sim it down, right? Right. So he gives these plagues to Pharaoh, right? But the important message in this account is what I wanted to really stretch through was think about the plagues that the Most High not only plaguing America with, but the world, right? And the reason why we keep the Passover, we're gonna keep the Passover here in Babylon, Babylon the Great. The daughter of Babylon, right? We're gonna keep it here in America or wherever we are, right? We're gonna learn about the count and we're gonna keep the Passover, right? And I'm gonna show you why. Give me the book of Romans chapter 9, right? Because what the Lord say to Pharaoh? Salakia. What the Most High say to Moses, right? He said, let me read that count so I don't butcher it up. Right, you could bring that out in the book of Romans. It's okay.
Number 9, what the fuck is happening?
There's a white print for it. I need to see what it is. Your call. Yeah. You want her to start making the 11 bread? Maybe. Salakis, right? Give me that in the book of Romans chapter 9, and we're not gonna read the whole count. We don't need the whole count. I just need verse. Let's start at verse 11 so we kind of get the count, right? But what was I gonna say about the Passover, right? we keep the Passover in remembrance of what? Right? We know that it represents us escaping out of the land of Egypt, right? But what about the captivity we in now? Right? Nobody thought of that, right? And now we have Christ as a lamb without blemish. That's in let me get that in the book of, I think that's First Peter 1:19, I believe. Is it? Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bring that out. Right. Because now we have Christ as our lamb without blemish. Right. So now we don't have to, we don't have to cut down the lamb, and we have Christ as the lamb without blemish, man. Right. He's our ultimate sacrifice. Go ahead. Read on.
This is First Peter chapter 1 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
But with the precious blood of Yahushua as of a lamb without blemish
Uh-huh.
and without spot.
So the Most High, Christ was perfect, man. Right? He's that sacrifice now that we need for the Passover. He's that sacrifice now that we need to atone for our sins. Right? A little bit of leaven if the whole lump. Don't wait till Passover to hit up a brother and say, "Hey, brother, I just want to make sure we're on good terms. I feel like we whether it's to the brother in the world or a brother in the truth." Right? A little bit of leaven is gonna mess up your whole spirit, man. Right? You trying to hold that grudge and think, it is what it is. Trying to keep that tucked inside you. Right? Now you got a grudge against another brother. And it's like a snowball effect, man. You can't fake it with the Most High. Right? Let me read go ahead and read that.
Romans.
Yeah, Khan.
This the book of Romans, chapter 9, starting at verse 11.
Uh-huh.
For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
Right. So we know what we read before. Right? The Most High, he does everything. Right? Whether it's on earth or whether it's in heaven. Elder, if you could bring that precept back out in the book of Psalms, I believe it was what, 119?
115.
Yeah, 115. All praises, man. That's a powerful precept, right? Any one of the two, right? Because the Most High, he does everything in general, and everything he do pleases him. The Most High's not gonna do something and say, I don't want to do this. The Most High, he not gonna do nothing he don't want to do, right? Go ahead, read that for me.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 115 and verse number 3.
Uh-huh.
But Yahweh is in the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
He has done whatsoever he has pleased.
So the Most High, he's up there in the kingdom of heaven. Guess what? Feet kicked up, doing whatever he want to do, right? So when you read this account on Pharaoh, you say, well, why he destroyed Pharaoh? Why can't he just, because what happened to John 3:16 then, right? They went, oh, God loves everybody, and God loves the whole nations, and God loves all this BS, man. Where was he when it came to mercy for Pharaoh? There is none. In the book of Romans 9 that we're reading now, where's the mercy for the children of Edom? Right, that we're gonna read. We read an account, right? But he's gonna his plan is to build them up so he can show his power when he destroyed them. Where's their mercy at? No, man, there's mercy's for you, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, man. Right? He said, you should speak unto Pharaoh and say, Egypt is my firstborn. Right? The Most High love us, man. He had respect unto us, but he don't have respect unto persons. But he had respect unto the children of Israel. Right? So this Passover, right? As you say here in Passover, I'm thinking I can't wait to get the heck out of this captivity, man. I'm tired of doing what I do at work. I'm tired of working 50 plus hours and my check is gone the next morning because it went to my bills. I'm tired of that, man. Right? I want my people to reunite and stop hating each other, right? For no damn reason at all. Right? Let's keep on reading. Right? Because so the Most High, when he's in heaven and he's making his decisions, right? He do it all and it's pre-planned for a certain reason. Right? Let's keep that in mind. You could read whenever you're ready.
Verse number 12
Uh-huh.
is Romans chapter 9, verse number 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Uh-huh.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right? So the court, not because they done any good or evil, right? Because this is gonna fly over a lot of people's heads. I'm recording my YouTube based off of for new people, so that's why I kind of break it down a little, a little, try and go like a little bit step by step, right? So the Most High, when he making things in heaven, it's not because Jacob and Esau did anything good or bad, right? We read that. They didn't do anything yet. They weren't even born. But just how the Most High, he formed Jeremiah. We said, before I formed you, and we put you, I sanctified you. Same thing we did with Moses. Moses said, who am I? Right? Same thing what Jeremiah kind of said. Same thing I know what a lot of brothers say about themselves, man. Like, who am I? Why am I, why the Most High, what the Most High choose me? Being very grateful, you know what I mean, and humble, right? Let's read on.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid.
Hell no, man.
For
It's not.
he,
Oh, so I can get. No, it's all right.
for he said to Moses,
Mhm.
I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Mm-hmm.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy.
So you might say, I want to do this so bad. We just never get the chance to do it. Why? Because it's not the Most High ain't write that in your book. You ain't meant to do it. Some people want to know the Bible and know the truth behind it so bad. They did it to so many religions, but just couldn't understand what the Hebrew Israelite doctrine is about and wasn't written out to do it. Right? Read on.
Verse number 17. For the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised up thee, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
So this is what the Most High, he's setting the Edomites up to do, to destroy him like he did with Egypt, man. This is from our first captivity to our last captivity, right? Somebody give me a precept. It's nothing new under the sun, man. Right? Nothing new under the sun. The Most High, he do this all for what? For you, Israel. Why? Because he got a whole kingdom for you, right? He has heaven planned out for you. He has everlasting life planned out for you. He has destruction of your enemies planned out for you. It's like a beautiful movie, man. You just gotta trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Read on. From the precept. That's okay, brothers. We can always get back to it. Okay.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There is no new thing under the sun. Ain't nothing new, right? The Most High, he didn't just all of a sudden choose to choose the nation of Edom to destroy, right? The first captivity and the last captivity. Here we are keeping Passover from Exodus, right? After we escape, and here we are keeping Passover now, man, in hopes to escape this captivity, right? Also in remembrance of our forefathers, man. The history of, of course. But we looking forward here to our to escape this captivity here, man. 2024. You got every day, man. There's something new in the war, right? Israel is planning on striking Iran's nuclear bases and stuff like that. So things is getting hot, man. Ukraine is not there alone no more, fighting against Russia, right? They got I think Germany is there helping them now, right? So the tensions is brewing up, man, right? Russia is constantly saying America better not get involved. America better not get involved, right? While bombs is flying throughout the air, man. These videos is crazy, right? So this is just a daily reminder of why we here in this table, why we here right now, gathered together, keeping the Passover, man, right? To purge out that leaven, right? To come back and understand what kind of God we serve, right? A God that makes nations to destroy him because he want to do it. That's the God we serve, right? That's not so, man, that's crazy, man. The Bible's strong, man, right? It's like you read it and your spirit is just, it get full, man. Read on. Yeah, come on, bring it out, then.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 1 Start from the top.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
The same was in the beginning with Yahweh.
Mm.
All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
That's right. That's low key a plain and simple precept. Right? Ain't nothing's gonna happen without the Most High say so. Pretty much, point blank, period, man. Unless the Most High say it's gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen. Right? Let me get the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4, real quick. Right? Proverbs 16 and 4, real quick. Right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, and verse number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh has made all things for himself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Even the wicked for the day of evil. Right? Most High we keep reading the same thing. Right? How the Most High, he up there, the Most High is in the kingdom of heaven, right? He makes things, he's gonna please him, to please himself, right? The Most High do all things in general, right? In the beginning there was God, right? The Word was God, right? Everything starts from the Most High, right? Let me get the book of Proverbs. Oh wait, we already read it. It's okay. So let's go back to the book of Romans chapter 9. Salakia.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse number 18.
Uh-huh.
Therefore has he had mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. Verse number 19.
Mm-hmm.
Thou wilt say unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who has resisted his will?
So this was the question in air. So if this would a simple-minded person would ask too. They would say, so if God makes, if God writes things out, so pretty much nobody could just do anything because they want to do it. It's God that has them do it, right? You say, yeah. So they would say, so why is God gonna judge them because he didn't write them out to be that righteous man that he told so and so to be, right? And you'll say, yo, that's a good question. The Most High, he got an answer for you. Read on.
Verse number 20.
Uh-huh.
Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh?
Uh-huh.
Shall the thing formed say unto him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right. So his reply to you is, who are you to question me? Who are you to ask that question? And that humble you down. You go, shit, my bad. I just wanted, it's not up to you to know. You already read in verse 15, because the Most High, he gonna have mercy on whom he have mercy, and he gonna love who he wanna love. And that's it. That's a hard pill to swallow, but that's the God we serve. We serve a God that makes nations to destroy him. That's the God we serve, man. Right? It's like you could keep on reading.
Verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel to honor and another to dishonor?
That's right. Let me get the book of Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 17. Let me get the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 56. Y'all know the shotgun. Right?
Isaiah what? 40 what?
Isaiah 40 and verse 17. Right? Because the Most High, he makes one vessel at a time. Just like you playing GTA, right? And one day you might take your online character serious, right? You doing the heist, you get in the bag, you try not to die, right? But in your campaign, you might just be killing cops, whatever. Your GTA character not gonna turn around and say, "Yo, why don't you just play the damn mission?" He's not gonna do that, because that's why you want a remote. You got the sticks. You're the god, right? It's the same thing. The GTA character not gonna turn around and say, "Yo, why are you doing this?" and da da da. You can't reply to the Most High like that, right? Like I said, the Most High blow your damn candlestick out, man. You be in the grave, right? Keep reading.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing. And they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
And vanity. They're nothing. Nothing. Right? Christ tell you not Christ. The Apocrypha tell you that, right? He say the heathen, Ezra tell you that. He say the heathen was forever reputed as nothing forever reputed as nothing. So you mean to tell me when you read in the book of Genesis, the Most High have a plan? Nah, the Most High had a plan. All those people and those nations there was nothing to him, man. Right? You Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, you're the only ones that the Most High care about.
What?
Right? Oh, keep on reading. Verse 22 is verse 22 is a cut, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
Oh, no. I'm so like Romans 9 and 22. So like, that sounds like it's about to be a fire precept, though. For real. For real.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
What if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction?
Ooh, the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. That's what the nation of Edom is, man. Right? That's what every European nation, according to the Bible, the European nations are vessels fitted for destruction and wrath, man. Proverbs 16 and 4. Right? The Most High made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. Right? The Most High, he's not playing around. Right? He's not playing around. That day is coming. Joel 2 is coming. Isaiah 13? Is it? Isaiah 13 is coming, or it might be Isaiah 12. Right? Point being, the Most High, Christ's second coming is coming, man. Right? And I need to believe we gonna be the heads that see this thing, man. Right? It's too close. We seeing prophecy come to pass fast. Right? So we're gonna see some nations fall, man. We're gonna see our brothers fall. We're gonna see some brothers snitching and giving up. We're gonna see a lot, man. Hey, Lord willing, every brother at this table endures, man, and gets the kingdom of heaven. Right? And likewise with the people that's gonna tune into this video, man. Right? Let me see. So let's go back to the book of Exodus real quick.
You want the shotgun? Yep.
Oh yeah. Bring out that shotgun. Yeah, of course. Yeah, bring that out.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 54.
Uh-huh.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures,
Mm-hmm.
of him come we all,
Mm-hmm.
and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Mm.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Mm.
As for the other people,
That's right.
which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are nothing. That's
But
mm-hmm.
be like unto spittle,
Mm-hmm.
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
That's right. That's why you get your KJV, right? You got to get a 1611 to get this book in there, right? That's why they can't let you have this book, man. They don't want you to know about this. Because you read that, you ain't no way you're going to listen to Pastor, you're going to listen to your Pastor Pork Chop tell you that God love everybody with that John 3:16 mess, man. Right? You're not gonna fall into BS doctrine like that when you got the word of the Most High right here, man. Isaiah 40 and 17 don't say that, right? Edges don't say that. That God love everybody. Romans 9 don't say that, right?
17.
That it don't say that. Joel 2, like I said, don't say that. The Most High say he gonna plow these nations down, man. Right? Let me get the book of Exodus chapter 12 real quick. Right? So before we read, I'm sorry, was this yours? Okay, come on, let me take a sip of this. This is how brothers gonna finish this cup of water. And little drip drops that's on the bottom. That's how the Most I say to the nations, man. You throw that out. You don't sit there and get a straw and try and get the damn bottoms of the water, man. The Most I said ain't nothing, man. That's like the nations. Like I said, we serve a God that makes nations to destroy them, man. Keep that in mind. Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. Right? People die in war. Kids die in war. The Most High kill kids, don't he?
Yeah.
Ain't the Most High kill those kids with bears from calling his prophet Baldy? Right? Hey, the Most High killed Pharaoh's firstborns, man. The Most High killed kids today.
Right.
right? That's the book of Deuteronomy 30, 32, and 39, or 33 and 39. The Most High killed, right? First Samuel 26. It's the Most High that do all things, right? Satan ain't got no power unless the Most High give it to him, right? The book of Job chapter 1, right? All right, so let's get this in the book of Exodus chapter. Let's start at verse 12. We can read this through.
The Passover. Exodus chapter 12, start at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh spoke unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Right. So, quick question, because for the brothers that know, right? So Passover is technically this the new year, right? This is the real new year, right? Okay, Con. See, I didn't know that for sure, but now we know. You see, iron sharpens iron, man. Right? So this is the new year right here. So all your New Year's revolutions on January 1st is out the window, man. Come back to right here. Your instead of a New Year's resolution, this is a life resolution right here. Right? What's my ultimate goal to get to the kingdom of heaven? Instead of, oh, what's my goal for the year? Screw the year, man. Sharpen yourself up, get yourself ready for what's to come after. The Most High said, he said, set your mind above heavenly things, right? Or spiritual things, Salakia, right? Roughly paraphrasing that precept, right?
Verse number 3.
Uh-huh.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house.
Right. So right now we don't do that, right? You know, we don't have lamb and goats, and we don't have all this stuff yet, right? Not yet, but we don't have all this stuff here in the land of our captivities and stuff, right? So we make do, right? But this is how they kept it, according to the law in the book of Exodus with Moses and them, right? You can keep on reading. I don't want.
Verse 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the stove. Every man according to his eating shall make your counts for the lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Your lamb shall be without blemish.
Without what?
Without blemish.
Uh-huh.
A male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
Right. So we read this before. Who's our lamb without blemish? Because I just spoke on that, right? We not over here counting lamb, and Curly not over here with the butcher knife and blood on his hands from the lamb, right? We have Yahushua HaMashiach, right? As our lamb without blemish. Now, let's read that again in the book of what? 1 Peter 1:19, I believe. Yeah. Let's read that just one more time. And it's been a mighty lesson so far, man. Mighty lesson so far. And if any brothers got any presets they want to bring out, just Salakia, and then y'all can bring it out, man. Nobody's above anybody here. We all just learning and enjoying the Passover, man. We all grateful to be here.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 19.
Uh-huh.
But with the precious blood of Yahweh, as the lamb without blemish and without spot.
There you go. And Yahweh Shai is our lamb without blemish now, as you're reading Exodus 12 and 5. Right? That's Yahweh Shai now. Read on. Exodus 12 and 6, please.
This is the book of Exodus, back to 12 and verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
In the evening, right? And we know in the book of Genesis chapter 1, the new day starts at evening, right? When the sun goes down, right? So that's going to be today. And a lot of brothers trying to get too deep into, oh, should I keep it on this day? Like, how Sakari, like other, let's say W5 might be keeping it tonight. SOT keeps it tomorrow night. Sakari might have already kept it. Some brothers may get confused and try and be over righteous with it. Hey, brother, keep the Passover. Keep the Sabbath. Keep the new moon. That's we rehearsing righteous acts. We don't know for sure, right? We rehearsing these righteous acts, and we going the best of our spirit that the Most High give us to understand His word and His law, right? Are we at fault for that? Nah, man. At the end of the day, we have Christ to next year we do better. Oh, next year we might be girded up with our loins. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? If that's the spirit the Most High put on us, we do what we got to do in the land of our captivity, right? But read on, Adam.
Verse number 7.
Uh-huh.
And they shall take the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
Right, to eat up the Passover. So what they was doing in those days, they were putting the lamb's blood on on their doorposts, right?
And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Not, Salaki, eat not of it raw nor sodden at all with water, but roast it with fire, his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. And ye shall not let of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat in haste, as it is the Lord's Passover.
It is the Lord's Passover, right? You eat in haste. We got to get the hell away from these Egyptians, right? We got to get away. And Esau plotting, man. Esau plotting. We got to get the hell away from Esau. This damn devil, man. I was just telling the brothers, right? Last year I had to keep Passover living with Edom, man. Right? I'm down bad. I ain't even got a door to close for no privacy, man. Right? I'm in the back. Yeah, man, it's down bad, right? I'm down bad last year. Still kept it in the house with, and Edom. They eat the land. The Most High gave us a peaceful Passover, and we made do with what we had. That's the point, right? I wasn't stressing because I ain't had no money. I didn't have a staff, right? I don't even think I even had any fringes at the time, right? Broke. I'm just down bad, But we kept it. Guess what? We had enough for the land. We had enough for the bitter herbs. We charted the bones. We let that burn overnight, right? But what would we do? We rehearsed the righteous acts. We took what we had, right? The lemons we had, and we made lemonade, as they say, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? I know the Most High was pleased with that. Look what the Most High did now. I went from not having absolutely nothing. Now I got brothers, man. Brothers I knew, new brothers here now, right? Keeping a Passover in my house. I ain't even had this a year yet. That's a blessing, man. So when Pharaoh's saying, set your people up, and she said, no, your women ain't like your people ain't like my people. The Most High was pleased with that, man. And as the Most High is pleased with your words, the Most High bring you around like-minded brothers, man, and keep you enduring in this truth, man. And that's what we need, a strong spirit in these last days, right? You could keep on reading that, I want.
Verse number 12.
Uh-huh.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt. I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh.
I am Yahweh. Right? Man, that name trembled the heathen. Right? Read on.
And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Somebody give me the precept, come out of her, my people. Right? Come out of her, my people. Right? And receive not the plagues thereof. Right? So the reason why we keep the Most High's commandments, we keep his feasts, right? We keep the Passover, right? We keep his Sabbaths, new moons, and etc. Right? Why? Because at the end of the day, the Most High don't want us to do it because we just want to get the kingdom, or this is what I gotta do, right? The Most High wants us to do this with the joy of our heart. He wants us here and happy to keep the Passover. Like, All right, man. Damn, how long I've been here? Damn, an hour, 20 minutes live. Can we just close this up? Who want to smoke? And then we get a session. Like, come on, man. The Most High wants you doing this, enjoy, man. Right? The Most High is giving the kingdom of heaven to who really want it. Right? I could be in this truth going hard today and out of here tomorrow, man. Right? I see some mighty brothers fall, man. Lord willing to get back up in this thing, man. Right? And this is a scary thing. You in this truth or you dead. Ain't no way around it. Right? Read on.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye not, Salaki, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh has remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Right, so that's all I wanted from there. Right, so at the end of the day, man, guess what? The Most High, he coming to save you, man. Right, this is just a beautiful lesson that we just trying to preach out here today, man. Matter of fact, can you read that again, man? I love that precept, honestly.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse number 4.
Love this precept.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh has remembered her iniquities.
Right. So the Most High, you don't think he remembered the iniquities of Edom and how they got this land and how they got any land they're in right now? Right? Because we know Israel scattered the four corners of the earth. Right? The Most High, he's giving you an opportunity. That's love. An opportunity to learn his commandments. His opportunity to keep his Passover and to receive the salvation, man. That's love. Right? Because guess what? Like I said, either you alive or you're gonna die. You keeping the commandments or you're gonna die. Right? Right. Let me see. Let's go back to the book of Exodus 12 again.
This is Exodus chapter 12, starting at verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Yahweh throughout your generation. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
How long?
Forever.
Forever. He ain't say nothing about no damn Easter. Nothing but I ain't never ever seen anything Christ related that got to do with Easter anyway. Right? So that's one thing that never even made sense to me. Right? So we supposed to keep these forever, right? Look how we're learning about the whole point of the Passover, right? That's why the question I asked in the beginning of the lesson was, what does the Passover mean to you? You ask it to a damn Christian or something, they're gonna say, "Man, Christ is my Passover, just like he's my Sabbath, he's my Sabbath." But here they go, they're gonna celebrate another pagan holiday, right? They don't know about nothing about the Passover, what it's from, and they don't know about that, right? But we do, right? Right now we have that spiritual blood on the doorpost, right? When the Most High he sends the plagues here in America or all in the world, guess what? Guess what's gonna pass over us, man? That COVID, right? The new COVID gene that they up there making in the lab, cooking up. That's gonna pass over us, man. Right? Why? Because we here doing what the Most High commanded us to do. Read on.
Verse number 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
How long?
7 days. Even the first day you shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Verse 16. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. And in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
Right. So you're not doing any extra. You're not doing any extra work. You're not saying, okay, well, Curly's on the grill. Let me just, sweep around his feet. Hey, Curly, So you trying to do extra. Keep this. What you're gonna do? He told you what the lamb. We know obviously our lamb is Christ, right? But what Moses was trying to tell him, right? You're not doing all this extra stuff, man. We're gonna get the lamb, right? We're gonna kill the lamb. We're gonna kill what we need. We're gonna burn the extras, and we're gonna eat in haste, man. Get up out of here, right? We're not lollygagging around and trying to, think about it. Where they at? They're not trying to make that thing home, right? They got somewhere to go, right? So that we low key in the same spirit. We got somewhere to go, man. We looking forward to the kingdom of heaven. Right? Okay, Con. Somebody give me the book of Luke 22:1. Baba Kashaf. Right? 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. Right? Let me show y'all something.
Luke 22:1.
Con, bring it out.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22, starting from verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover.
What is it?
Which is called the Passover.
Feast of unleavened bread is the Passover, man. Right? This is the Passover right here. Right? This is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's why, what are we eating today? Lamb, bitter herb, and unleavened bread. Right? All praises to the Most High. Let's keep reading that in Exodus. I think, where were you? 16 or 17?
Verse 17, and ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by the ordinance forever.
Forever,
Verse 18, in the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at evening.
Right, so you keeping this feast 7 days, right? It starts from sundown and it ends in 7 days sundown, right? Some camps might go that extra day and then wait till sundown, extra day, right? But the feast of unleavened bread is the Passover, which is 7 days, right? We eat what? 7 days, right? So like I said, some brothers might do that extra day. They might keep it as a Passover today, and then tomorrow start to like Feast of Unleavened Bread. They do that 7 days, but according to the scripture, right, the Feast of Unleavened Bread is the Passover, and it's 7 days, right? So today's what? Sunday. What day is it today? Oh yeah, Monday right now, but according to the Esau calendar, it's Sunday night, right? It's Sunday night, right? So then next Sunday night, that's gonna be when my Passover is done. That's how I'm gonna keep. Some others might keep it an extra day, but like I said, what are we doing? We rehearsing the righteous acts, right? Ain't nothing. I'm not gonna say, oh, that brother's trying to be over righteous. I don't like that brother. Nah, brother. If you feel like if that's what your spirit telling you to do, and your hopes of keeping the Passover right, oh, it's cool. What I eat some more lamb with you. Yeah, some more lemon bread. I'll do it. Yeah, cool. If that's what these brothers want to do, I'll do it. I'm not gonna stress it. Salaki, let me see. Anybody got any precepts before we start kind of hopping into some New Testament precepts? I know brothers was just a little late. Right, so we're reading the book of Exodus just as well for my video too. Just to kind of sum everything up. Right, the book of Exodus. Right, we were in Egypt. A new king came up. Right, Pharaoh came up and he said, "Yo, who are these people? More and mightier than we." Decided, okay, I'm gonna appoint taskmasters over them. We're gonna oppress them with rigor, right? Make them work. And we know how that relates to today's day and age, right? Or our forefathers back in the slavery period, right? Even the segregation period as well, man. Right? You had Jake working for free, right? Building up this country. We had to build up Egypt, right? What else? Let me see. Who remembers else what we read? We read let me see. Trying to just sum it up real quick. Right? We read how Pharaoh, right, even though being raised by Egyptian woman, he seen an Egyptian oppressing his brethren, that's what he called them, his brethren, and what he do, he kill them. Right? Long story short, he go out, right? He speak to the Lord, come back a mighty prophet, man. Right? Doubting himself at first. Who am I? Who am I? Maybe he didn't feel so special. You know, but the Most High, he brought him up like a prophet, man. That could be any one of us brothers, low key. You don't know who you were in your past life. You don't know who you were. You don't know who you really are, even in this life right here, man. You know, what you brothers could be the elect, low key, and y'all don't even know. That's a very special. That's like being in the truth is like a golden ticket, right? Because you're not amongst the 2/3. You got that opportunity, right? You never know what the Most High got for you, but that's the hopes, right, and the faith, right? But being the elect, that's like a platinum ticket, man. When you go to when you get there in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing, right? So what else? Let me see. What else do we read on? Right? We know each Moses saved them out of there, right? They marched out of there like a mighty army, right? And then what? They keep the Passover. We know that Yahushua, bless you, Yahushua is our Passover, our lamb without blemish, right? What else? Let me get the book of I know we had get this one before. Luke 22:14, right? I think that the elder had brought this one out before, right? Christ kept the Passover. Can I say Christ is my Passover and not keep it if Christ kept the Passover? No, man. No. That makes absolutely no sense.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
I gotta come up.
No, it was 22 and 14. Oh, you could read. Okay.
13.
Whatever you like.
And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover.
Mm-hmm.
And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, with desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer.
Mm.
For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right. So really, 15 is what we really wanted, right? But the more Yahushua kept the Passover, or who some may call Jesus Christ. He kept the Passover. He's not gonna say, well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna get the eggs out and I'm gonna paint them up and I'm gonna hide them so y'all can find them later. He didn't. He didn't say that, man. Did Christ say he hated the way the Nicolaitans, man? Right. That's a whole new topic. But the Nicolaitans is what you Christians want to do now, man. Put pagan ways and try to mix it with the Most High, and that don't work, right? So we know Christ kept the Passover, right? What else? Anybody else got some precepts? I know I had kind of threw these precepts low key together like last minute, so it's kind of, but it took us a good length too, man. So brothers got
a precept.
You got precept? Come, bring it up.
So these like the precept I'm about to bring out is actually pertains to the Israelites keeping the Passover in the land of their captivity or fresh out of captivity.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the book of First Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 7, and verse number. I'm going to start at 9, and it says, "The priests also and the Levites stood arrayed in their vestments according to their kindreds in the service of the Lord Yahweh of Israel, according to the book of Moses, and the porters at every gate. And the children of Israel that were of the captivity held the Passover the 14th day of the first month after the priests and the Levites were sanctified. That they were of the captivity, were not all sanctified together, but the Levites were sanctified, all sanctified together. And so they offered a Passover for all them of the captivity, and for their brethren the priests, and for themselves. And the children of Israel that came out of captivity did eat, even all they that had separated themselves from the abominations of the people of the land, and sought the Lord. And they kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days, making merry before the Lord. For he that had turned the counsel of the king of Assyria toward them to strengthen their hands in the works of the Lord Yahweh Israel.
Mm. Right. If you want, you could break it down on the phone.
So even being in captivity is not an excuse to not keep the Passover.
Mhm.
You know, you being fresh out of the land of captivity or in captivity, you should always keep law, statutes, and commandments. There's no way for you not to keep these law, statutes, and commandments unless you're really into hard bondage, and there's no way. Your hands are tied. You can't go anywhere. You should be able to keep these law, statutes, and commandments, and keep the Passover as it is written in the book of Moses.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to find it, but there's an account of Paul keeping the Passover, and when he wasn't in the land, right? There's an account of that. I think he kept it in I'm trying to find it. It's a good one because I know SOT actually brought it out. Got the notes on my phone, but I don't want to take it out. It's gonna stop the video. But Paul also kept it as well. I was trying to find it, but maybe we can find it, Lord willing. Right? But Paul kept it. Right? Oh, let me see. I think I got it. Nah. Right? But there's no reason not to keep the Passover, man. It's not hard to go buy a lamb. It's definitely not hard to make unleavened bread. You know what I mean? It's only what 3-4 ingredients. Unless we do it tomorrow. For the feast. On the Passover, you make it how you make it regular. But tomorrow make it up. Put maybe some sugar, some cinnamon or whatever on it. But it ain't hard. 1 Corinthians 5:8. That might be it. 1 Corinthians 5:8. Yeah. Purge out. Okay. Okay. Oh, I love. Oh, this is a perfect preset. Oh, nice. Yeah, bring that out. I like that. Yeah. Or I'll read it. I'm already here real quick. It's okay. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Right? So Christ is what? Being that sacrifice. So we are able to turn away. So this is a new year, right? We have to do better than we did last year. The Most High is going to weigh that out. How did he do last year? How did he purge out some of that leaven in his body? Right? How did he purge that out? Or did he get worse? Right? You might start this new year worse than you did last year, man. Right? And that could either lead it to your downfall, right? Or you can examine yourself and say, nah, heck no. Right? I want to stay in this thing. Right? And the Most High make a way for you, man. I know that's been me. I've been to a point where, man, that's it. I'm thinking that's it for me. Right? I was worse off than I was before I was even in the truth. I'm doing stuff I never even thought I'm even doing, man. I'm like, yo, well, how the hell am I doing this stuff? And look at the Most High bring me now, man. You never know your lot, man. Right? Let me see. I'm gonna keep on reading verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. I'm gonna read that again. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness. Right? Not with old leaven. You're not coming here with an old mindset. Right? The scriptures say, well, I die daily. Right? You got to purge out that old man every day. Right? Satan do not have a cigarette break. Right? While you sleeping, right? Especially you men, while you sleeping, Satan is not having a cigarette break, man. You might wake up unclean. Satan is on his job, man. Right? We got to be on our job, praying every day. Right? Reading, fasting, staying in the spirit, because Satan come. Right? You got to purge out that old leaven, not holding old grudges. Right? Not saying I ain't dealing with that brother no more. Colin, you can bring it out.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right. I love that precept, man. Right? You cannot be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Commercials are Satan devices, right? Everything you see on TV is an advertisement for something, right? And every time you see something on more TV, it gets more sodomitish, right? More Jake leaning away to wickedness, right? And that's like the Pharaoh doing, hey man, you're gonna do this and do this, right? To try and get you to turn on your people. Every time you advocate something for Esau, that's what you're doing. You're saying it's okay. What did they do in the book of Maccabees? They gave certain Israelites permission to sin. The Most High would never have done that, right? That man, purge out that old leaven, man. Right? We not dealing with the old us, man. We not dealing with old BS doctrines, man. We not dibbling and dabbling that, right? We gonna come in sincerity and truth and love, man. Meekness with one another, right? We got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brothers here, man, not including myself. Next year, Lord willing, I want to see 12 brothers here, man. Right? And more and more. This is beautiful, man. This feel like a dream to me. I cannot believe you brothers are here right now, man. This is beautiful. I love this. Right? I'm gonna finish this on let me see. Okay, this was finished. Anybody else got any precepts?
I think we want to Acts 20 and verse 6.
Oh yeah, bring that out. That's the one where Paul kept it in he kept it in Rome, I think.
This is Acts chapter 20 and verse 6.
All praises.
And we sailed away from Philippi after the days of unleavened bread, and came unto them at Troas in 5 days, where we abode 7 days. And upon the first day of the week, when the disciples came together to bake bread, Paul preached unto them, ready to depart on the morrow, and continue his speech until midnight. That's it.
Right. So did Paul say, we ain't in Israel? I ain't gotta keep it. Did he say Christ was his Passover? Nah, man, he kept the Passover, man. There is no excuses not to keep the Passover. You keep the Passover, likewise with all the commandments and the feast days and stuff like that, to the best of your ability. You don't think the Most High know what you going through? That you short on bread, that you short on space. You ain't got that grill. You got the propane tank. Nah, I'm not gonna keep the Passover. I ain't got the grill. I ain't gonna keep it. Come on, man. Do what you gotta do. The Most High, He make that way for you next year. Now you know what to pray for. Now you know what to look out for. Okay, what's the next holiday? Right? What's the next high holy day that I gotta keep to do better on? Right? It's iron sharpen iron, man. Right? The scriptures, that ultimate little iron thing. This right here, this reprove you, man. And then we got our brothers, man. If I'm in sin, I may not know the law that good. Elder Joel might know the law real good, right? Whole day, probably just rebuking me, man, helping me get to the kingdom of heaven. That's love, right? Let me see who else had any precepts. No. Oh man, all praises to the Most High, man. I'm gonna give a shalom and I'm gonna give a kwama sharala. I hope everybody that stay tuned to this video, man. Thanks again. Right? I want to give all praise to the Most High, name of God being Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world knows as Jesus Christ, name being Yahweh Shai. Right? Thank you for everybody tuning in. I'm gonna tune again. Turn around the camera real quick. Get everybody in here. Hey, shalom. Shalom, man. Hopefully everybody have a good Passover, and this lesson was edifying. Like and share the video, dislike it, comment, whatever. Anything is gonna keep this channel going, man. Brick by brick. Shalom.
Wow.